ceasefire. As soon as this loads up, I apologize. Um, but it looks like things are over there. There was no casualties in the Iran attack on the United States on the base in Qatar. As soon as this thing loads up here, if it don't load up here in a second, we'll just move on. Now here we go. Trump says Israel and Iran agreed to complete and total ceasefire. We can down through here. This was just literally just put out a few minutes ago. U.S. President Donald Trump said on social media Monday that Israel and Iran have agreed to a complete and total ceasefire to be phased in over 24 hours. There was no immediate reaction from Israel or Iran to Trump's ceasefire announcement. The U.S. president said on Truth Social that the ceasefire would bring an official end to war, a major change in the hostilities that follows a U.S. strike over the weekend on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Earlier today, Iran launched a missile attack on a U.S. military base in Qatar. Let's see here. Retaliating for the American bombing of 3 nuclear sites. The U.S. said no casualties were reported. A Qatari military officer said Iran fired 19 missiles at the U.S. air base in Qatar, and one impacted the facility but caused no casualties. The number of missiles differed from a figure given by Trump, who said 14 missiles were fired, 13 were knocked down, and 1 was set free. Iran said its missile attack on the base matched the number of bombs dropped by the United States on Iranian nuclear sites this weekend, signaling Iran's likely desire to de-escalate. It also said it targeted the base because it was outside of populated areas. Trump says Iran gave warning of the attack. Trump says Iran alerted the U.S. before targeting the base, thanking its leaders for the early notice. He also said he hopes that the only response to the American strikes on Iran's nuclear sites. Well, that was pretty cool of them, right? I mean, to give them a heads up. Nobody wants war. That is for sure. That's nobody likes that, right? Every time it seems war breaks out, the innocent people are the ones that pay the biggest price. So that looks like it's over, which is making the markets absolutely fire off. Okay, we'll come over here. We got Kaspa breaking. Let me get my fair value gap thing up here. Starting to break out here. Right, we got it's popping its head out right down through here. You got a green buy signal here on the one indicator I use. The thing is pretty decent. Okay, this is on a 12-hour. On the daily, got no signal yet for a daily, but it is sticking its head out of here. Okay, we're going to take a look at some potential areas here where this could go. And what I'm looking at here, you can see here Bitcoin dominance starting to roll over while Bitcoin price is heading up. Okay, so is this thing over? We had this rising wedge, and most of the time these things break down. Had a couple of these happen to me the last couple of days. Popcat, or was it Popcat? One of them meme coins, right? Had a huge falling wedge, ended up breaking down instead of breaking up, right? I mean, 8 out of 10 times roughly, those things break up. That one broke down. Same thing here. Most of the time, these break down. This one popped up, took out the high over here, so set a new high. Is that it? Right? I mean, this thing is up at. Let's take a look. It's getting up near 786. Right, getting right up top here. You know, this man, we have a huge run coming, guys. I'm telling you. It's going to be exciting. I mean, really exciting. This thing is way up here, right? And you see the bubbles, what some of them are doing. Imagine when it breaks support down through here. Then loses the 200 moving average here, and starts coming down way down here. Just imagine the candles you're gonna see. All right, don't buy big green candles. Wait for the pullback. Okay, not financial advice. Just trying to give you a little heads up. That's not a good thing to do. All right, most especially on leverage. On spot, yeah, you could get away with that. But on leverage, wait for the pullback. Right? I mean, just wait for the thing to pull back and come back to you. You know, if we come in here on a 1 hour on Bitcoin, look at this thing. Let's take a look here. You got the 50-day moving average. It's on the 1 hour. All right, we come down through here. You put a trend line right down through here. All right, there you go. You got the break. So you got Bitcoin starting to break out. You do have another trend line out here, a further one out. You know, we'll come out this way and tap on these. Just trying to get on here as quick as I can. You know, somewhere out through here, right? Without getting too into it here. But you got Bitcoin popping, right? On the 4 hour. A little bit easier to see here. Now let's check something, right? I want to see something here. I mean, looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retracement here, but this thing ended up coming down again over here. Let's take a fib. Okay, all right, good. I was hoping that was up through them areas over here. All right, and it did make a lower low over here. All right, maybe to take out right there. There we go. You know, this is pretty common. All right, you'll have your low over here, and you'll get one, you know, final flush, and then, you know, possibly heading back up here. You know, keep an eye on this. But Bitcoin, you know, with the news, that helped, I'm sure. Of course, you know, it could have came right at the right time. You know, the markets are going to do what the markets are going to do. Of course, the news helps, no question about it. Let's take a look here at the RSIs. 4 hour. These things are probably heading straight up. The 4 hours right at the top. The 8 hour still heading up. Looks great. You know, oversold down here. Looking fantastic. The 12. And on the 8, you can see the wave count starting. Right, we zoom in. You see the 1, 2, working on wave 3 right now. 1, 2, it's the 3 wave, heading to the upside, but lots to go on the 8. The 12, yeah, this thing could really have a pretty decent run coming up, guys. 12 hour, it looks fantastic, and on the 12 hour, you can see more of this trend line coming out here, right? It's getting towards it there for sure. All right, we'll take it off there. But your daily, look at this. See what I mean? It's like the news comes at the right time. Daily is turned to the upside. Probably a pretty good chance. You know, let's pull this down. Pretty good chance this is heading up towards 120. You know, it's already almost at the 618 up through here, right? It's looking good, really is. You know, I would more or less think it's heading up here on the daily. This would all still be a one wave. The weekly, and this could be maybe that weekly is going to turn up. Maybe this is Bitcoin's you know, run to wow. This is a 1, 2 right here. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. But we've been talking about this for a while, right? That 130,000 on the weekly. Holy cow! If you know, I'm not saying anything. There could be a 1, 2 in here, but if this is a 1, 2 here, you know, and you're starting a third wave, wow, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm not gonna put too much on that until I see you know, like this will really start ripping out of here. But you got the weekly turning back up, and then the monthly. Monthly looks great. Look at that. It just turned up. All right, so probably heading to the 130 area with Bitcoin. That's what it looks like. Kaspa, this thing, I'm sure. Let's look. Daily RSI. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's looking really good. The 12-hour looks fantastic. You know, there you go. Just poking its head up through there, right? Let's get down to the 8 hour, getting right up near the top here. Now don't fall for, you know, that's the thing with these. They get their heads poking out of here. Yeah, you'll get a lot of people, you know, go long, right? Wait for it to run, wait for it to come back, all right, retest, get your entry, and then let it go. That's the best thing to do. And watch for a gap, right? Watch for a gap down here. That's a very good way to get a good entry. This thing's probably going to make a fair value gap once it takes off. You know, I have a thing I use here. It made a gap over down here on the way down. These are all gaps on the way down. You know, it's going to fill those. Or if you come out in a daily, look at this. Look at all these gaps. Don't look at this stuff over here. Right over here. Look at all these gaps that need filled. Yeah, these all need filled up. This made gaps on the way down. Weekly. Let's see if we got any. No, nothing on the weekly. But I hate that in there. It's oh, I'm sorry. That's my buy and sell signals. Geez, I'm thinking on Bitfinex when it puts the my you know where I bought and sold at. All right, the weekly, we had a green buy signal back here. The weekly looks good, turning back to the upside. Your monthly, look at that monthly. It's at a 9.5 and a 7.2. That's perfect. I'm back on that daily. Yeah, look at all these gaps, especially the big ones. That's ones you really like up through here. These big gaps, right? You want your three red candles in a row. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the one up here. You know, that's going to be pretty solid. You know, you went 3 in a row. Here's 3 red candles and 4 in a row here. Up through here, there's no. I don't see any 3 in a row up here on the daily. But these ones up through here, absolutely going to get filled. Now, let's take this off here. You know, you would expect, especially if we get a break here, right? If this thing completes the breakout, where could it head to? Well, these first areas I would be looking at and targeting is right up here at 10.3 to 10.9. Alright, let's put a box up there. We just hit our target on, how do you say it? SEI, I believe. You guys want to sign up and leverage trade with us? I mean, you got a big opportunity coming up, man. I'm telling you. We got some really great traders over there. I am going to be, last few days, I've been a little absent out of there. I've had a lot going on in my life I've had to take care of. But anyway, we're going to hammer it, no question, man. Bitcoin dominance, when that starts dropping, look out. We are going to start absolutely smashing these longs, you know. And, you know, when it's over, we'll hit the shorts. But anyway, you can sign up for a level 3 membership. It's only $15. You know, you get over 10 hours of videos and a link to the Discord. Alright, so you get your money's worth, and make sure of that. Now if we come over here, let's take a look here, see where we're at as far as a pullback here. Right, let's go on a weekly. Right. You know, you would definitely expect to see a run here. You know, let's mark this floor, potentially a floor, hopefully a floor, right there, and about is at 0.052. That's unbelievable that it came down to that. I'm kind of, still in shock. And this could be, that's the first target. As long as we get the clean break, the retest comes down perfectly, and this thing goes. But you can see right here on a weekly, looks like it's battling right now, right through here. Right there, you have a major support and resistance right through there at about 733. All right, it's going to have to push through. Let's take a look. That would be a very good retest. This is 732 now. That would be a very good place. I'll probably be looking at that as a potential entry. If we get the break, for a long position, let me show you. If we get this break here, let it run up, come back down, fill. It's probably gonna have a gap over here. Fill that gap right here. Looks like a very good area to get enter. To enter at 733. I will definitely be looking at that. Very good support area. All right, so keep an eye on this, guys. The market looks great. It could be heading back up that 10, 11 cent area. Then we'll regroup after that and see what's going on here. Right, but you definitely want to see a clean break here of about 0.075, 0.0755. All right, that would indicate to me that this thing's heading higher. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.